Hi, everyone. It's so good to see you here in this crummy weather. Can you hear me okay? Is that okay? All right. Somebody in front said they couldn't hear me. Sorry. But anyway, it's great to see you. I'm sorry for this crummy weather, but I think it's better than all the snow we've been getting. We're going to have a quick meeting because I don't want everybody to be out in this kind of weather. So if we could please stand, and Kathleen, would you take care of the flag, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May we take a moment of silence for our first responders, our military, and our police department. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathleen. Before we actually get into our meeting, I would just like to I'm going to make one announcement now, and I'll make them as we go along during the day, during the afternoon. Just remember, next month, for January, we will not be having a meeting in January. I just feel for the safety of our seniors, and the weather is so unpredictable with the snow or the rain or the ice, I think we're better off not having a meeting. We are going to discuss our meeting dates. There's a possibility that we might cancel some of our winter meetings and we normally do not have summer meetings for July and August. But the weather is much nicer then, and we're just going to have a discussion about that with the executive board. So we'll keep you posted on what we're going to do about that. But as of now, we will be having, hopefully, a February meeting. I also want to bring to your attention about the weather. Now, there are times when the weather is bad, and we would have to cancel, whether it be winter or summer. We never know. As you know, when schools are closed or with a delayed opening, this meeting would, if we were scheduled to have a meeting, this meeting would be canceled. I really do not want our seniors out on the roads. If it's not good for the school buses and things like that, I would just as soon. I know our meetings are very, very important, but our lives are more important than that. So you please stay tuned to your radio station, stay tuned to the TV. Channel 12 announces it all the time. If you hear it that it's been canceled and you have a friend that you know is coming and possibly not know about it, it would be nice if you just gave them a call and said, hey, the meeting is canceled. At your last resort, if you're unsure about the meeting, please call Town Hall. And anyone here at Town Hall, whoever answers the phone, would be able to tell you whether we're having a meeting or if the building is closed or whatever. Because when we have bad weather, sometimes this building is closed also. So if you have any questions about that, I'd like to hear them. Otherwise, that's what we will be doing. Okay? So I don't see I'm supposed to have Sergio here. He's not here. I just would like to introduce our members. We have Noreen. No, you don't want to talk? Say anything?
Oh, hello, I'm Noreen Farrell, I'm the secretary.
Rosemary Panio.
Rosemary Panio, good to see you.
And I think everybody knows me, Jenny Menton.
Serafina Mastro.
Kathleen Macy.
Okay. All right. Ed Lackerman, unfortunately, will not be here today, but I thought Sergio was going to be coming here in his place, but he might be here a little later. So we do have Kathleen, our speaker from Westchester Jewish Community Service. If you introduce her, yes.
You should introduce Diana Quast and
Oh,
Joe Falcone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
we're
I'm
sorry.
sorry, guys. We didn't introduce you.
Joe Falcone, Recreation Commission Liaison.
Diana Quast, Town Clerk.
Thank you, Rosemary.
You're welcome.
Sorry about that. You were behind the chairs. I didn't see you there. Sorry. Okay. Kathleen?
Today, we are very fortunate, because of the weather, to have with us the Westchester Jewish Community Services representative, Cheryl Bandwine. And she'll be speaking about
I know.
isolation to connection, which is a real big topic this time of year. Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Kathleen, and thank you, Noreen, for inviting me today, and to everybody for coming out in the drippy weather to come hear about my program. I wanted to tell you about Isolation to Connection, which is a program that is actually a United Jewish Appeal program. It's grant funded and administered by Westchester Jewish Community Services and the JCC, Jewish Community Center in Mid-Westchester in Scarsdale. There's a lot of Jewish in all those words, titles, but it's not a Jewish program. It's free and open to everyone in the county, 60 and older. That is for older adults, their families, and caregivers that are looking for help and connection to resources. So before I tell you more in-depthly about the program, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my background and how I got here. My background is I'm an attorney, actually. I was an attorney in a past life, and then I made a right turn into senior services, working with older adults through the COVID Angels Project, which, if anyone recalls, was a project of the town of Greenberg when the COVID vaccine was very hard to come by. And older adults who were told to use their computers to refresh on a Walgreens website had a lot of challenges to find the vaccine. And so there were teams of people, myself included, that fanned out all over Westchester County to help older adults to make connections with pharmacies and get people vaccinated that were wanting to be vaccinated. And so after the COVID Angels Project, I went to work I loved working with older adults, and I went to work with a volunteer project through AmeriCorps Seniors. It's called the Retired Senior Volunteer Program. And I ran a program that was actually funded by the American Rescue Plan, which was the COVID relief funding. And I helped people that were older adults to connect with students that had been disproportionately affected from school closures during the pandemic and needed extra help to bridge those learning gaps. The buzzword at the time was lost learning. And so through intergenerational mentoring, we were able to really make great strides in helping the students. And so when the American Rescue Plan funding ran out, I found this wonderful position that I'm in today, and my title is actually Connection Specialist, which I love, because someone said to me the other day, there should be 1 million connection specialists. Like, we all need connection. And so this program was actually launched in the wake of COVID as well, because we learned so much about the impact of loneliness and isolation on people's physical and mental health. And in fact, Vivek Murthy, who was the former Surgeon General, when he was leaving, he wrote something called The Parting Prescription for America. And in it, he talked about all of the detrimental health impacts for people with chronic loneliness and isolation, and how important community and connection can be to helping people stay out of the healthcare system and find those supports that are so important. And so this is, I don't know if anyone at home can see this, but this is a little pill bottle with little people in it. And that's sort of my symbol. The social prescribing is actually a global movement now. In the United Kingdom, social prescribing is part of their healthcare system. And there's actually 3,000 of me helping people, that doctors will send people to what's called a link worker, connection specialist, to help people to make community connections. And it could be anything at all, social programming that you have here through the rec center. It could be, caregiver supports, transportation, nutrition programs, really anything people need. And so COVID was the impetus for this program, but I think it's been recognized that there really is a global health crisis from loneliness and isolation. And so I did my homework. So I watched Major Mike speak at the last meeting in November, and I loved what he said when he was talking about the VFW. This was Major Mike Sheridan. If anyone tuned in or was here for the last meeting, a retired Army chaplain, I think. So he spoke about the VFW resources and the American Legion, and it struck me that we're sort of in the same business. I'm going to read my quote, Major Mike's quote. He said, "The primary role is someone to talk to, camaraderie, comradeship, lending an ear, and then helping you assess what's the best path for taking care of any needs you have encountered, referring folks, getting them into the proper channels for any issues they may be encountering." And so I love that quote because I'm in the same business. That's what Isolation to Connection is really all about. A doctor can only spend so much time with you if you come in because you have depression, anxiety, and loneliness, and they're going to probably send you with a different bottle of something or tell you, in a short period of time what they can. But I can spend a lot of time. And so my program envisions that I work with you over the course of 4 to 6 months to help you find what you need. And if I don't know it off the top of my head, I do the research to find out what you need. And so it's really a referral service. I'm not giving you bereavement support or caregiver supports or home care or nutrition programs. I'm referring you. And in fact, one of the places I would refer you if I had a veteran looking for supports would be to the organizations that Major Mike had talked about, the VFW and the American Legion. So, weaving together the fabric of community. I see that in Yorktown you have wonderful rec programs, recreation and nutrition and transportation programs. So weaving together the fabric of communities to help people feel connected. So the concept is, the way I heard it, and I love this as well, is a doctor will say, "What's the matter with you?" And I say, "What matters to you?" And so by finding, if you used to love gardening and you're looking for a great gardening club, or you used to love to dance and you're looking for a great dance class, or you're a older adult child with a parent at home that has dementia and needs supports there, that whatever it is, whatever those needs are, that's what I'm here to help you find those resources for. And like I said, it's a free program. So my flyers are here on the back table, and I hope that you'll take one on the way out. And for those of you watching from home, I'm very excited. It's my first time on Local Access TV. And so Jim from the Recreation Department will be putting my flyer in the next senior newsletter that comes out. So you'll have my contact information there as well. And both my phone number and my email address are on the flyer. And so I mentioned some of the things, but there's a lot about life changes and moments in time that make us feel even more isolated. And you mentioned before about not having a January meeting because of weather. And it's really true. I have so many people that are, not happy to go out in the next few months. There's snow, there's ice. And so, weather is just one of those factors that can make it more challenging and more isolating. And so other things, retirement, you have a sudden loss of social interactions that you had on a daily basis. Sometimes limited mobility and accessibility to get into places that you might have a wheelchair or, need transportation to get somewhere. Certain losses or caregiving obligations that we have. So all of these things, we are impacted and can increase that sense of isolation and loneliness, especially certain times of year, like the holidays can be a very lonely time of year for people that have had loss. And so this whole program is to help, because what I've learned in my work with the nonprofit community and the county in the past 6-7 years is that there is such a wealth of resources. If anyone has ever come to the annual event at the county center, Salute to Seniors, it's wonderful. And you see a wealth of community resources. And so to know all of that and be able to access all of that, for some people that don't even really have a computer or know how to navigate so well, that is what I can help with. And a lot of my clients are people where the children live across the country now or out of state, and their parents are still here and they need support. And so they're so relieved just to have someone in the community that knows Westchester County and can help find what they're looking for. And so there's also specialized supports for people with certain medical conditions, dementias, memory care, cancer supports. There's through Westchester Jewish Community Services, we have a free program called Project Lifesaver. It's county funded that helps people with dementias get wander guards, so that if they wander, they something notifies the person that lives with them, their caregiver, so that there is increased safety. So safety is a very big part of everything that the older adult community is concerned about. Senior living advisors, making transitions in housing. Senior living advisors are often free consultants that can help you with all those issues. There's free caregiver supports, both virtually and in person. So for people at home, that's just another thing to keep in mind, that you can do things from the comfort of your home if getting out in transportation and mobility are challenges. And so something else that someone just asked me about actually was volunteer opportunities. I used to work for a volunteer program, and volunteering is a beautiful way to connect and have a great new sense of purpose and, really make a difference and feel a greater sense of helping the community. So all of these things, again, weaving the fabric of our community. And again, if I learn something new every day, I know we all learn something new every day, but specifically with my job as to what resources we have, I learn about new resources every day. And so if you come to me and you have something that is challenging, I will do the research and I'll get back to you about it. So I don't know if I mentioned that my program is now all over Long Island, and it's opening up in 2 locations in Manhattan, one uptown, one downtown, as well as in Queens. And so it's expanding as there's more and more recognition in the healthcare system, and Northwell Health in particular has been a great partner in recognizing this global health crisis of isolation and loneliness, and how we can address it through community connections. And so I think that's really all I had to say. Just a little bit about the process. If you call me or email me, I just do a very quick intake of information. It's for my eyes only. I don't share that information with anyone, but it helps me. If you tell me you live in Yorktown, I'm going to look at the Yorktown resources and see what is in your community and what's close by. And so it really helps to have your address and some basic information, how to contact you, and get back to you about what your needs are. And then also, if you have something down the road and you call me and say, oh, we spoke in April about Medicaid issues, but now I have a new concern, we can take it right from there because I have all your information. So again, it's for my eyes only, but I do a basic intake. I do some research. I'll tell you what I know off the top of my head always, if we're on the phone or in an email. And then I'll get back to you with whatever I find out. And I like to use email if I can. Not everyone uses email, so I'm happy to give you resources by telephone. But email helps me to send you links and phone numbers and contact people, so you can have like a one-stop shopping list of all the resources that are applicable to the issue and your needs.
If we have any questions for,
I do.
okay, if you have any questions, she'll be happy to answer. The thing is, if you could repeat the questions because they can't hear it at home.
Absolutely.
So, Kathleen?
Cheryl, my first question would be, what is your phone number?
Exactly.
She said she's going to give us flyers and everything.
There are
Because
Yes.
everybody
But
might-
this would be for the video.
Sure, I'm happy to give that out. I will just say, and I'm always available by telephone, but I am taking a little break with my family next week. But my phone number is 914-768-8901.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Kathleen. Great question. And it is on the flyer and in the newsletter as well. I'm trying to have them as we change the flyer in the next incarnation, make it a little bolder and in big. But it's on the bottom of the flyer. My phone number, 914-768-8901. I'm just going to repeat it, as well as my email address. And one last thing to note, my program name is actually changing after the first of the year because they at UJA are trying to make it more in line with what the healthcare companies are calling it, which is social prescribing. So it'll be called Social RX, which really goes in line with my people in a prescription bottle. So Social RX will be the new name after the new year. And so if you see the flyer, we'll probably still say formerly known as Isolation to Connection, but that if either one, Social RX or Isolation to Connection, it's all the same program.
Okay.
I'm so sorry that it was a crummy day today and we don't have a full audience for you because your program just sounds wonderful.
Yes.
It really does. Do we have any
Thank you.
questions from anybody?
Thank you. I'd be happy to take questions. And also, you can feel free to email questions or call me with questions. I'm happy to help in any way I can.
And make sure you take her flyers that are out in the
Yes.
back. And I'm personally going to call you. I think you're very interesting.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway,
I have just a quick question. What happens in a case of someone is in the hospital or goes home, but he should be in the hospital or in a
Facility.
facility? Will you be able to help them?
Sure. So I don't have to repeat the question because you're also mic'd. Is that
Yes.
the way it works? Okay. Just to make sure. So I work with people with loved ones that are in hospital. I'm not, because of HIPAA rules, and I'm not a family member, I can only do so much. But I can certainly help with access to resources that are, especially when you get home, like visiting nurse services, home care services, places that can help you, rehabilitation services, things that can help you to ease that transition from hospital back home. And so I don't know if that answers your question,
Yes.
but okay.
Yes. Well, sometimes you're at wit's end and you don't think about the person to ask. So that's why I asked, because your information is going to be very crucial to us. You are the middleman that we have to call, and then you will direct us to the correct person or organization.
Exactly. And so I will say most people in my role in this program are social workers, but I feel I'm uniquely qualified in a way because I can advocate for people as an attorney. I'm not representing anyone, but I do have advocacy in my background. And also because of the beautiful marriage between the JCC social programming and WJCS's social worker supports, we are lucky to have that sort of, I don't know what to call it, basket of support for people in the community.
Thank you.
If someone were to ask their doctor, would their physician have that sort of information?
So we're actually working right now with Northwell Health we've actually created a prescription pad that will hopefully in time be something that physicians can use to write a prescription for people to community and connection. And there's a prescription pad that has links to this person needs caregiver supports, this person needs social programming. And so ideally, you're very forward thinking because that's what we would like to see is that the physicians will refer. And that's how it is working in the UK in the United Kingdom right now, it's that the doctor sends it to the link worker, connection specialist. The link worker then will help people make those community connections to resources.
I really think your organization is so needed, and there are so few people that really know what's going on. So I think with Jim being able to put your flyers out for us and getting the people to know what's going on, because you have so much to offer. Unfortunately, when people need this, they don't know where to go.
That's
and,
right.
and I really find you
Mm-hmm.
very, very interesting, and hopefully, I wish we had it, but this is being televised, so I'm hoping that the people that couldn't come today will watch it on TV. Really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I must say thank you. There's one more question I'm going to get
Sure.
to. Just, I want to say thank you to you, because for me, my greatest challenge is how do I find the isolated,
Right,
homebound
right,
people
right.
that need help? And so I think Kathleen and I may have even talked about this a million years ago about coming. And I know Deborah Marks of Assemblyman Matt Slater's office, and I had talked about it as well. But I love to be able to come to a meeting like this, especially that's being broadcast to the community, that can help me to access and tell people about the program. So thank you for helping me to do that outreach. And then there was one
Yes,
question in the back.
does your organization provide aids, like 24/7 aids for people that are, released from a rehab center in their home?
So I'll say this. I can help you find organizations that will help. I can't say there's always free things. Some things are free and some things are paid
I mean,
services.
paying them, but there are certain what Medicare doesn't cover. People just pay out of pocket to have these aids. Is there like an organization specified just for that?
So I have resources that I refer people to. I can't refer anyone to like an individual or make recommendations of a certain person, but I do recommend certain agencies that people have been happy with and we've referred to, and local, we try and stay local. And so that is something that absolutely I can help with and find, home care is honestly, I would say 40% of what my referrals are. Transportation is another very big issue, because if you can't get to a doctor appointment or some other program, it can be really the biggest challenge of all, a big obstacle.
Can I just ask one other question? You just brought up transportation. Now, the transportation, I know Yorktown does very well with that, with medical and different things. But would your organization also help with non-medical things, like just like you say, volunteering? Would you be transporting them with their work that way?
So, again, not personally
Right,
or
no,
my
I understand.
organization, but there are, if anyone doesn't know, there's volunteer ride services that are free in Westchester County. One is just for medical use, which is TRA, and the other one is Ride Connect, which is through the Family Services of Westchester. And they're wonderful programs. I used to be a driver for Ride Connect when I had a little more time, and I remember someone that I was driving to the dentist said, why do you do this? And she said, is it just benevolence? And I thought, yes, it really is. And it makes me feel good to do this and to help out. And I had time. And, so those are the things that we are lucky in Westchester to have these resources. We have volunteer programs. They do always need drivers if there's anyone interested in volunteering. It's a very easy process. You just, of course, need a license, a car, insurance, those kind of things. But there's wonderful ride services. And I love that Yorktown helps provide transportation. I've gotten to know, which communities really offer the supportive services for older adults, and transportation and offering that help is a huge bonus to living in Yorktown.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you all. Thank you. Happy, if you have any questions, feel free to call me or email me. Again, I'll be back in action December 29th, I think is the following Monday. So thank you again for the opportunity to speak with you and everyone at home. Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
excuse me one moment, just one moment. Before Kathleen announces our next speaker, I just wanted to, like I say, I'm going to have different announcements for you. I want you to remind you that our box is still outside collecting our surveys that we passed out a couple of different meetings here and at different places. We have received quite a few. We will be collating them and getting them together, but please remember they're out there in the hall. If you want to put anything in there that you would like to see us do for you or have a speaker for you or whatever your concerns are, the box is out there. Please fill out the form and put it in the box outside. Now Kathleen is going to introduce our next speaker.
We
I'm glad
have
you
a
reminded them of that, because that's very important.
What?
I'm glad you reminded, yeah.
We have a speaker who needs no introduction. That's Jim Monterano from Yorktown Parks and Recreation, and he's even going to take questions from the audience.
Yay!
And he's going to tell us all about the good things that are happening and where we can go and where we can play and everything. Right, Jim?
Absolutely. Just happy holidays to everyone.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hopefully everyone's having a great Hanukkah right now and is going to have a Merry Christmas coming up. Cheryl, great job. Congratulations on finally being on public access TV. Let's hear it for her. And here's her flyer that's going to be in this coming month's senior flyer, so go check that out. And maybe I'm going to need a new one because you're going to change your name. So if you want to send me a new one, I'll update it. And we have coming up the AARP tax prep help. So if you want help with your taxes, which we mentioned last month, but you should mark it on your calendars. That's going to be Tuesdays at the Albert A. Cappellini Cultural and Community Center, starting at 10 a.m. and going to 2 p.m. on any Tuesday from February 3rd to April 14th. So mark that on your calendars, and that's going to be in room 106. If you want to make an appointment beforehand, you can call 914-440-3710. Once again, that's 914-440-3710. That's the AARP tax helpline. Also, we wanted to get into some trips that we're going to be going on. We have a number of trips being offered right now. We have the Washington, D.C. trip that any of these trips, we have the registration form, so you can come into the rec office at the community center and pick up those registration forms. That's going to be May 29th to June 1st, 2026. That's to Washington, D.C. The Friends of Jefferson Valley Travel are going to be going to see Catch Me If You Can. It's a show and luncheon, and that's April 23rd. And then they're also going to be going to Cape Cod and Martha's Vineyard, another sleepaway trip, August 24th to the 28th. That trip is filling up pretty fast, so you want to get in and put in your deposit as soon as possible on that one. And then the Shrub Oak Seniors are traveling on March 26th, and that's to the Resorts Worlds Casino. It's only a $50 trip, and you get a $25 slot play. So really, it's only like $25 to get over there. And they also give you a $10 food voucher. So you take that off, that's only like $15 you're really paying out of pocket. And if you win, then it's paying for itself.
Even luckier.
Yep. So a lot of fun travel coming up. Now, we also have a few special events coming up as well. The Health and Wellness Fair at the Jefferson Valley Mall. That's happening January 10th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And before that, stop by Sparkle Lake. We'll be having the 5th annual Polar Bear Plunge. You'll be able to see me and some of your local politicians and local non-for-profits raise money by going into the freezing cold Sparkle Lake. Last year we needed an excavator to break the ice for us to get in. So worth checking out for a laugh and good causes. We have a holiday comedy night coming up on January 25th with the Elks Lodge. That's to benefit Support Connection, a great local cause. And then the Yorktown High School Band has a swing dance concert, and that's on February 7th. And all that information can be found in our January-February senior flyer. We also have coming up our winter classes. We have Forever Fit. We have dance and exercise class as well starting on January 9th. We have our senior line dancing, our senior painting, and knitting clubs all still have room available. So you're going to want to register for that because room is limited. So definitely take a look and come to our office to sign up. And for the spring, summer signups for our senior discounts, you want to mark the calendars for March 24th. March 24th will be senior, the first day you can sign up for senior programs for spring and summer. And it's first come, first serve with any of our programs. So make sure you mark that down and you come in. And usually on that day, there's a line of seniors ready to sign up before anyone else. So I'm sure this year will be no different. So that's all the news that's fit to print today with what's going on these next coming months in Parks and Rec.
Those dates are in the flyer?
Those dates are all going to be in the flyer. And, how could I forget this one? The town website has been updated. I don't know if anyone knows that. Yeah, so we have a brand new website. Posted on that website is our Holiday Lights Parade that we just had earlier this month. So if you weren't able to go and brave the cold, you can watch that video on there. There's also the shrub oak tree lighting that we just had in the name of Tommy, Diana, and Alice Roker. That was a great event. That's also on the town website. And we also have the menorah lighting that we just had this past Sunday on the first day of Hanukkah with our rabbi. So it was a great event, worth checking out if you weren't able to make it in person. And that's on our new town website. The webpage is the same, yorktownny.gov, but you'll see that the whole look of the website is brand new and pretty sharp looking. So go ahead and check that out. It's worth looking at.
That's
Very
great.
nice.
I've already seen it. It's great. I saw the light parade. It was great.
Did you?
It was great. Yeah. Thank you. Anybody
Any questions
have
from
any
the
questions
crowd?
for
Yes.
Jim?
No.
No, that's easy. Sergio just came in. He may have a few words for you.
I just have one more announcement that I want to make before Sergio comes to the podium. As you know, we try very hard to have all our programs and we try to answer all your questions, but I'm sure there are times when you might have a question that you don't want to come to us or we can't answer you. But if there's ever a question that you might have and we're not available, the person for you to call would be May Carpenter. She's our Westchester Department of Senior Services, and she's in Westchester County. I have her number. If you'd like to have it, it would be 914-813-6300. And she's the person that you call for whatever information you might want to have, and she will direct you to the right person.
Okay.
She might not be able to, yes,
Jennifer in that office is also a good resource.
Jennifer?
Jennifer.
Okay, and
Jennifer.
as Jim said, but that's a good number for you to put on your calendar in case we're not available and you have a question you might want to ask about something with senior services. Give her a call. She's very, very helpful, and she'll be able to help you. Otherwise, wait until you come to our meeting, and we'll try to help you. So we now have Sergio. Are you coming up for a few minutes?
I want to introduce.
Yes.
I have the distinct honor to introduce our Deputy Supervisor, Sergio Esposito.
Hey.
But just please remember, if you have any questions for Sergio, they have to be repeated here so the people at home can hear, okay?
Boy, you can't beat that with that introduction, huh? How you guys doing today? Happy holidays to everybody. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
It'll be here and gone before we know it. And we'll be complaining about the cold in January. But yeah, so I just wanted to say, wish you guys a happy holiday and see if you had any questions for me. The holidays are tough for a lot of people. And we do have a great senior center and nutrition center. So if you need any meals, feel free to call them. They are at, I got the number here, 962-7447, 914, of course. We are working on some things with the Yorktown PD, where we're doing a big IT upgrade, computer upgrade there, which is going to allow them to communicate more readily and get information more readily. So, we're just looking at the safety aspect, trying to make Yorktown even safer than it already is. I know I'm working on something with Noreen here, and where we're looking to do some type of senior discount program with the small businesses. And so she's been instrumental, and we got to pick up on that. So we're going to go around and see who wants to participate. So we'll be announcing something like that too in short order. Other than that, it's the holiday season. Don't stay home alone. All right, you have all of us here, and we're here to help. And if you need anything, reach out to the town. Always reach out to me. I'll give you my cell phone number, 914-433-0575. It's all over the internet. So if you didn't write it down, just look me up and it comes up. And you're all more than welcome to use my number and call me anytime.
433-0575?
That's me. You have my number.
I know. I got your number, don't worry.
You got it. So any questions for me?
Wow.
All right. Well, happy holidays again.
Oh,
you have-
Kathleen.
Kathleen
I always
has a
have
question for you.
Sergio, I noticed the project at the corner of 118 and Underhill it's really coming up. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like it might start opening soon.
So we're waiting for the road improvements to finish right now, and the road has already been widened, so you could see that. I believe they're striping it. If they haven't striped it already, they're going to temporarily stripe it. This time of year, even though we can get hot asphalt, because there's companies that they change the mix over in the wintertime, but you can still pave. And our highway department has a hot box now, so they can get material instead of using that cold patch stuff that just comes up like the next day. The only problem is that the DOT won't allow us to pave during this time of year. And we run into this a lot. There's all these kind of crazy regulations that I don't know who comes up with some of this stuff, but that gets handed down to us from the state. So you'll see now the road has already been widened. It has a temporary coat on there, and we're actually waiting for one of the poles to be moved, and that will allow us to complete the widening of the road. It's the one right on this corner. And it's got all the wires on it. So that's in progress. I don't believe the road is going to be fully complete till probably the spring.
Do we have any more new businesses coming in to occupy some of those stores that are empty now?
As far as I'll give you an update on Mr. Chick and Miss Dim Sum here. Their doors are closed right now, but I believe it's some kind of a dispute with the partners, and I spoke to one of the owners, and they'll be opening up soon. I hope. At least that's what the indication is with me. We do have a new restaurant that's on Lexington. It's called Tulu Cocina Latina. It's a really nice place. It was the old Augie Steakhouse. So that went out of business, and they're reopened. As a matter of fact, their grand opening is this evening at 5:30.
Do you know if Miraggio is ever going to open up again, or is that null and void now?
If you ask me my honest opinion, I don't believe they will be opening up again. I believe that we have been actively trying to get a new tenant in there. The place is moving ready. They spent a ton of money renovating it. It's quite beautiful. But again, that's I think subject to a partner dispute that they haven't resolved yet. And I don't think it's going to be resolved between them. I think it's going to be a different place. And we do have 2 or 3 people that are very interested. Very interested.
Well, that's good to hear.
We do have the businesses that are coming into Turco's.
Oh, we do? What's coming
From
there?
what I understand, the leases have already been signed, and they're in front of the planning board for renovations. So Turco's, what's going to happen is, if you look at Turco's, the front of the building is kind of rounded. Well, Turco's did that, a customization that they did. That's why if you ever go into that parking lot, the only place that didn't have a sidewalk was in front of Turco's, because they took up the sidewalk. That round part is now going to come down. It's going to go back to its original structure. And you're going to have 3 separate entrances with 3 separate businesses. The one most notable for me, I've been working on getting this restaurant to come to Yorktown for about 4 years. So there's a lot of work, but I think we finally got them. It's going to be it'll be a high-end restaurant pub type of place with a party room on the side. It's not going to be a steakhouse. There was a rumor that it was going to be a steakhouse. It's not going to be a steakhouse. So it's going to be a very nice restaurant. It's the same guy that owns Mickey Spillane's in Eastchester, which is a very nice place. So the guy really, really knows what he's doing. His name is Dave. Really nice guy. We've become friends over the last 4 years, trying to find him a spot. So he's going to take one of the spots. It's going to be about 9,000 square feet. Again, it's going to have also a party room, and he does a really, really fantastic job, with his restaurants. Then you're going to get an AutoZone, and you're going to have a plumbing showroom and supply, kind of like Best Plumbing. It's going to be something like that. It's going to be from a company called Torcos. I believe it's spelled Torcos. They're nice. The stores will be full. The parking lot will be buzzing again there. So we're excited to see that. We're working on getting a Conti's pastry shop from Morris Park. Oh, nice. I had them in a spot, and at the very last minute, the landlord tried to pull some funny business. So I'm gonna go speak to the landlord about that. But hopefully they'll be coming soon. We're actively trying to get them up here, and that would be a really good addition to Yorktown as well.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Sounds good.
Georgia.
What's
Thank
the
you.
name of the project on Underhill and 118?
Underhill Farms. Underhill Farms.
Underhill Farms.
You're going to get in there. There's going to be a Peter Kelly's style steakhouse as part of the amenities. You're also going to have a Bobo's, which is a real popular. It's like a deli, but they do all sorts of bowls and stuff like that, and so that's coming. And then there's going to be a prepared food place. I think that's kind of like what's being tossed around. We're not exactly sure yet. That's between the landlord and the tenant and what they want to put there. So you're going to have a lot of buzz there. And don't forget, part of the things that we did when that was important to the town board when all the approvals were going through is the old pond where they used to use the ice in the 1900s, to survive, for Yorktown to survive if there was some kind of an outage or something. That is going to be available to the public. So you guys will be able to walk around, sit on benches. It's actually going to be quite nice. And we're looking forward to that as well.
Is that age restricted?
I believe one of the buildings is going to be age restricted. The rest are not. And there's two buildings. One is going to be condos that you could buy. Another one is going to be apartments that you could rent. And then you'll have really, really nice townhomes that you could buy. So it's going to be a combination. It's going to fill a need for having more rentals here in Yorktown, because we really don't have a lot. Like, my daughter, she graduated college, and, I don't want her to move out of my house, to be quite honest. I love her living with me, but, where is she going to go? Everything is so expensive, and it's not just Yorktown. It's real estate everywhere, So rentals become an important part for a younger person, I think, to transition. And for older people, maybe to move out and sell their home, and maybe they don't want to own. Yes, sir.
Any news on filling some of the vacancies in Triangle Center?
The question is there any news about filling some of the vacancies at the Triangle Center? There are 3 prospects, which are really, 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 2 of them are really, really nice. They were waiting. I can't disclose who they are, but they're going to be, 2 of them all 3 are significant. But 2 of them are going to be things for people to do that, it's fun stuff. You go out and that's in that parking lot. There was also something smaller, but they do have. They're in negotiation with these. It's going to be like an all or nothing, from what I understand. So it's if one of the stores comes, all 3 will come. It hasn't been solidified yet. They were waiting for the construction to be finished, which hasn't been finished yet. They're still working on the portion where the Acme is. And I got to tell you that the place looks really nice. I mean, they really did a nice job if you pass by, you could actually see the part where the jewelry store is and where Bank of America is. It actually came out really nice, you know. And I believe they're going to pave as well, which would really finish the whole parking lot off. So that is being actively pursued. We are consistently getting a lot of people coming to Yorktown, wanting to open their businesses up. I just got a call from somebody. He is an officer, a police officer, down county. He lives here in Yorktown, and him and his wife want to open up a daycare center. So I got a phone call, and they were asking me, you know, what do I do, you know? So I tried to guide them as best I can. I never run a daycare center before, but I was able to point them in the right direction. And I said, once you get your licenses in place, come back to me, and I'll find you a place to move into. That's not a problem, you know. So yeah, it looks nice.
Well, thank you.
I have just one question. What's going on with the Roma building?
So the question is, what's going on with the Roma building? The Roma building is up for sale.
Oh, it is.
Yes, it is, and it hasn't sold yet. You know, very, very disappointed with that, the way that looks, and what we have there. I did try to reach out to the property owner on several occasions. I'm actually planning going down to his office and sitting in front of his office until he talks to me. I'm frustrated. I'm just as frustrated as everybody else with that. And I know that I had two people who came to me and wanted to know what was going on. We're thinking about purchasing it. You know, so hopefully that sells, and you know, really all it needs is like some stucco.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I'll start with that. You know, we have 3 buildings like that in town that with that kind of architecture back in the 60s, the 50s. I don't know whoever looked at something like that and said it looked nice, but you know, despite the era we're in or we were in, yeah. So hopefully that'll get some movement soon, but it is up for sale.
I would think that, given the fact that all of those condos are sold and rented, that would be an obvious place for somebody to open up a business because of its proximity.
Sure, but you know, I don't know why. I have my own speculations, but about why about why they're not rented. It's not because there's a lack of people trying to open up businesses. I'll leave it at that. You know, so I'm hoping it sells and we get somebody in there that's looking to actually rent the places out. You know, so, and it is a really prime location. I remember back when Alice Roker was still alive. Her picture's right there. And I know that there was a mini master plan for that whole place. There was the townhomes that are built now. Along with that piece of property, they were going to build they were going to knock the building down, do underground parking and all sorts of stuff, but that never came to fruition. So half of the mini master plan came to fruition. The other half, we still got the Roma building.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Again, you guys need anything, please. You know, there's plenty of people around in town. We're all willing to help. You know, the holidays, you know, it's a silly season. So if you need something, if you need anything, you need food, not just you guys, right? Everybody out there, just reach out and we'll be really, really more than willing to help and happy to help. Okay?
Thank you.
Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Well, I want to thank everybody again for coming. I know it's a nasty day out there. If there are any other questions you have for us, we'd be very happy to answer. Otherwise, we'll close the meeting and wish you a very, very, very happy holiday, a safe holiday, and we will not see you in January. We will hopefully see you in February, but please stay tuned. I don't know. We're going to... we don't know, like I say, with the bad weather and everything, please make sure you check and see, okay? I just want to say a big thank you to Amy for our lunch. It's delicious, and I want to thank you so much. Thank you for She brings us lunch for every meeting, and the sandwiches are great. Thank you, Amy. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. And the apples are from Serafina. Serafina.
But I bought,
Yeah.
they were donated by Stewart's Farm.
Stewart Farm
Betsy
donated.
has been great with doing that.
Yeah.
So,
All of our people out there are really nice, and we are looking forward for Sergio and for Noreen to get going on those discounts for us, and hopefully, who knows, we'll have another nice thing to tell you at the meeting. Hope to see you again.
thank
Be
you.
well, be
March.
safe.
February, whenever. Okay? Thank you.